Hello guys, Mess Graphics here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to create a church flyer design. I know I've been creating many church flyer designs on my YouTube channel, but today I'll be showing you how I create my backgrounds, how I actually blend my background and my image, my stock image which I'm using. That could be the image of the pastor, the image of the guest speaker, and actually how I treat that image which I use for my designs using Camera Raw. And actually I may not go in-depthly on those things to actually explain those things, but I'll actually try my best to actually touch them and actually show you how I achieve them in each of my designs. So guys, let's get designing and let's move to Photoshop. So guys, we are here, so I'll click on create new. I'll be using my normal size 2000 by 2000, as you can see. Create. Okay, so then I'll actually start with the text. Let me select my color, black. Okay, for the theme I'll be going with Owerri prophetic invasion. So I'll be typing that out. For the Owerri, I'll be using intro inline. That's the font I'll be using for Owerri. Okay. Let me actually check and align this. Okay, I've actually gotten what I wanted. So let me align this to the center. Okay. So I'll go ahead to actually impute my second text. That's prophetic. Okay. Owerri prophetic invasion. So for the prophetic, I'm going to be using stew fish. I actually like how bold and condensed the font looks. Set my kerning. Then I'm going to increase this after aligning it to the center. Okay. I think I'm okay with this. Let's just move it to the top a little bit. So I'll be creating a bus. I actually like making sure that all my tests and all my designs are actually aligned, even though I know that I always love center alignment. But I love making sure that my designs are arranged so that I won't actually have a scattered design. But normally I love using center alignment, but most times I actually use left alignment and right alignment. Invasion. Okay, for my invasion I'll be using Trajan. Okay, I'll increase the kerning and then I'll reduce the size a little bit to fit it into this box. I forgot to change the color to white. Okay, so I'll reduce this kerning a bit because it's looking too dragged. So I'll reduce it a little bit. Okay, that's okay. So let me actually expand and align this. Like I said, I love making sure that my text and every element I'm using in the design is always aligned. Okay, so now to impute the pastor's name, for that I'll be using black, but that's not actually the color I'm using. I just wanted to start with the text. I didn't just want to go ahead and just head to the background. I wanted to actually start with the text, like an easy progression from the text to the background. So let's just Reverend Dr. Johnson. And let me stress this is not actually a real church flyer design. This is actually a make-believe flyer design, because I actually have agreement with my clients not to actually use their designs for tutorials. So I actually use make-believe names and actually make-believe teams and make-believe church names to actually make my design. Okay, with Reverend Dr. Johnson Williams. Okay, let me make sure that's aligned. Then I'll take it to the top. Don't mind me, I duplicated that because I just wanted to create presents. I don't know whether that's actually being smart or being lazy. So, but I just wanted to do that to actually create presents. I didn't want to start creating a new text layer. Okay, I'll increase the kerning of that. Okay. So we are actually progressing on this design. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. Okay. Bring it down a little bit. Then I'll create these two rectangles which I'll be using. Okay. Okay, let me correct that. Okay. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. So I'm going to group these elements together. So we have all the elements together. So for this invasion, I actually select the text by actually holding control and clicking on the text. And I'm actually going to create a layer mask on the shape. As you can see what I did right there. So I will group the image now, and then I'll reduce it. And I'll take it up. Okay, so now we are heading to the main theme. I'll be placing my background now. So I want you guys to actually look carefully on how I actually create this, like I made at the beginning. I made that point at the beginning of the video. So I'll expand this. Then I'll use gradient. I'll use blur filter to actually make my image, because I think that all this white sparkle is making the image look shiny. So I'll actually use blur filter to actually fix that. And as you can see, it's already looking nice. Then I'll place this overlay that I downloaded online. I'll go to my blending option. I'll select color bond. Yeah. Okay, let me bring that below. As you can see, I've actually achieved using two images to form a background. I didn't just use the blue image. I actually used the image and the overlay to actually make my background look different. To actually create that extension, not to actually just get an image that I used online and just use it as my background, because I don't like that. I actually achieved this background using the image and using my overlay and my blending options. So I'll actually tilt this image a bit. Sorry, I'll actually tilt the text a bit. That's a mistake. Then I'll place the pastor's image below the theme. Like I said, this is a stock image. It's not a real pastor. This is a stock image I got from, I think, PNG image. Yeah, that's pngimg.com. So I'll just place it here. It's not actually the real person that I'm actually trying to propagate in this design. I'll actually bring the theme down a bit. Then I'll go to camera raw. And I'll actually treat this image. Let me zoom in. I'll increase the clarity a little bit. Then I'll sharpen the image. Okay, let's just get down there. Okay. I think he's looking nice so far. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is actually I'm going to blend this image with the background. So actually how I do that is I duplicate my background. Then I go to my blending options. Okay, let me just show you how I do that. Go to my blending options, choose overlay, and then I reduce the fill to 18. Let me repeat that process so you guys can actually get what I said. I duplicate my background, then create the a clipping mask of the background to the image I want to blend. Then choose my blending options on the background image to overlay. Then I set my fill to 18, guys. So that's how I actually achieve blending the background to the image. You can do this for any design you're actually doing, especially when your design has a color. So you actually blend the image you're using for the design to that color you're actually using in your background. I don't think it actually works for white backgrounds, because when it actually works for white background, I think so, because it actually makes your image and your background to actually look like they are coming from the same effect. So you understand what I'm trying to say. So let's actually place the logo. I'm still emphasizing on the fact that this is not actually a real church design. This is not actually a real church. This is not actually a real flyer. I'm just creating this based for tutorial purposes only. So I actually made sure that I actually created the name of the church so that I won't have somebody coming to tell me that, hey, that's my church. You are using my church or using my picture for a design I don't actually know of. So that's why I actually use make-believe churches, make-believe names, and actually make-believe pictures. So let me zoom into this to actually get a better view of it. I don't know for you guys, I don't know, I actually find it hard. I actually find it hard to arrange my date and time. I've actually tried it many times. Sometimes I'll design a flyer and I'll just get to the point where I need to actually add the date and time, and I just noticed that I'm very confused on how to actually create my date and time. That's the only challenge I face when designing church flyers. How to arrange my date and time. I don't know why that's always a problem for me, but I'll be trying my best to do that very well. So I just want to use this opportunity to actually thank my audience. I want to thank everyone who has actually subscribed to my channel. You guys are amazing. Last week we just hit 540 followers, or I think, sorry, 524 actually. And it's been an amazing ride. I love you guys for your feedbacks. I try my best to actually reply every feedback that I get on my YouTube channel, because I feel like anybody that took out his time to compliment or to comment on my design needs a response too. I won't just sit and look against it. I actually like to comment to actually show that I appreciate what the person said. Okay, so for this I'll actually be using white right after I work on my kerning. Okay. The Crown of Life Auditorium, Okigwe Road, Owerri, opposite Everyday Supermarket. So even if you, even if actually you go to this location, for those that live in Norway and start looking for the Crown of Life auditorium, my brother, you know, go see am. It's just something that I actually brought up. Okay, so I'll create. I'll create a shape which I normally use. So if you're interested on how I actually make this shape, this is how I make it. I first of all create a rectangle, a thin rectangle. Okay, let me set that to white. I actually create a thin rectangle, as you can see here. And then I add 2 squares at the top, one at the top, one below. So that's how I actually create this shape. If you are my follower on my WhatsApp group or my Telegram group, you'll notice that the designs I post most times have this shape. Like I told you, I don't actually feel, I don't actually get the adjustment of my date and time. I've told you that that's actually one of the problems I actually have in designing church flyers. So if you actually see most of my flyers, you actually notice that you've seen this shape before. So I hope you actually paid attention to how I actually created this, because this will help. Okay. I'll change the color. Okay, this is actually perfect. So I'll zoom out. As you can see, the flyer is almost done. There's no much work again in the flyer design. I've actually advanced the design. So okay, let me just remove the stroke in this. Okay, let me select the color again. Okay, as you guys can see, the flyer is almost done, but I'll just need to add finishing touches on the date and time. I'll just need to, okay, duplicate this and move it to the other side. Okay, I'll actually make sure that it's aligned. Like I said, I always make sure that my designs are aligned, and I love the center alignment. I don't know about you guys, I love the center alignment. I don't know why, but I actually love it so much. And if you notice, if I post 100 designs, you actually notice that 80 out of the 100 I use center alignment. Like, it's that bad. Like 80 of 100 designs, I always love using center alignment. And all through my career, funny enough, all through my career as a graphic designer, if I've created 1,000 designs, I'm not saying that I've created 1,000 designs, so I never reach. But if I've actually created 1,000 designs, you notice that 900 of my designs are actually center alignment. Like, I don't know why, but that's just how I design it. I love center alignment more than left alignment or right alignment. So it's funny though, guys, but that's just how I prefer it. I don't know. Okay. Okay, let me just type the day and the time of the event. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm okay with this. So let's zoom in. I actually change the color for the evening session and for the time. Okay. I don't want everything to just be white. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit. Then I'll select these layers and I'll group it. I'll tilt it a bit to actually be in line with other elements in the design. Okay. Okay, so if I zoom this in, you can see that the design is already looking nice, but I've actually not added one thing that I wanted to add in this design, but I'll add that later. Let me just add the featuring. Okay. The idea of adding this featuring just came later. I didn't want to add it before, but I just wanted to add it in case of if you're actually creating something like this, I need to add featuring to your own design too, so you can know how to add it when you have actually made the alignments like this. As far as it's not blocking the pastor's image. At least if you can see the pastor's image clearly, you don't have any problem with that. Okay. Don't mind me, I really actually type slow so that I don't make mistakes. Okay. I'll bring this down here. Then I also tilt it too. Okay. Make sure that it's aligned. Okay. Then I'll raise the pastor's image up a little bit. Okay, I've not actually added what I wanted to add. I wanted to add the image of the lady worshipping. Just to spice the design up. It's not actually that it's important, but I actually wanted to use it. I don't know if you've noticed on this my design, I actually play with blending options a lot. I actually think that learning how to manipulate blending options can actually help you as a designer with blending your background, with actually creating new backgrounds, with actually using overlays. You don't just You don't just have to learn, you don't just learn those things without having a knowledge of blending options in Photoshop. You actually have to learn your color bond, your multiply, your overlay, your screen. So I actually have to have an idea of all these things to actually be perfect in actually blending backgrounds and manipulating backgrounds in Photoshop. So I actually blend this image using the eraser. I will increase my brush size and I'll reduce my hardness. Okay, so let me just do that by brushing off the edges. Okay, so I remove that guideline. And as you can see, guys, my design is looking nice and my design is looking perfect. So guys, you guys can recreate this on your own time and actually send me the picture. You can send me the picture on my WhatsApp, on my Facebook, on my Instagram using the links on my channel, so that I'll actually look at it and actually tell you what you did wrong and what you actually did right. So actually send me the picture of your attempt, or maybe the picture of your design attempt. Let me actually assist you on how to get it right, and also assist you on other tutorials that I've done and actually show you the right way to actually do it. So guys, thank you for sticking to the end of this video. Do well to subscribe if you are new to this channel, like, comment and share. Thank you guys. See you on my next tutorial.